What is going on, everyone? Today we talk about blues. Welcome back to another lesson. Today is all about learning how to mix together the minor third and major third when you play blues, when you phrase blues. You guys might know that when you play over a classic blues, you usually have three chords, the 1, the 4 and the 5, and they're all dominant 7th chords, which means that they contain the major third. However, the most common way to improvise over these chords when you play blues, when you see blues players soloing, is using the minor pentatonic or the minor blues pentatonic, right? The blues scale. Now, nothing wrong with that. It actually sounds amazing, but that scale does contain the minor third. So in theory, that sounds like a dissonance, right? When you play a minor third over something with the major third. Now, it doesn't sound to us as a dissonance anymore because we got used to the blues phrasing, but we still tend to bend a little the minor third, to get a little bit more of that major, almost major sound, or something in between minor and major. It's very common that if you're playing a blues in A, like in the intro of this video, and the first chord is an A7 because of that, even if you use the A blues scale, which is the A minor pentatonic with a blue note, when you get to the note C, which is your minor third, you still bend it a little, even just a quarter of a tone to get it into the direction of the major third. And even if I don't have any chord underneath right now, if I play something like, or just, it sounds better than just doing this, right? It doesn't sound as bluesy as the previous example if I just do, but as soon as I start doing, it's immediately more bassful and bluesy, okay? Now, another common thing when you get into blues playing, blues soloing, is mixing the minor and the major pentatonic over the chord that you are playing. So if we are playing over the A7 like we were saying before, we could look at the A minor, which is the A blues scale really, adding the blue note if you like, right? Or we could also add the A major pentatonic. Now, I know that when you start doing this, it might be confusing at first, finding something that really works well. So my advice is get started step by step. So today we're gonna see something really easy. Instead of just saying, well, yeah, use the minor and the major pentatonic combined together, which, doesn't mean much to me. What I'm gonna say is mix the minor and the major third, the minor third belonging to the blues scale, the minor blues scale, and the major third belonging to the major pentatonic and belonging to the chord as well, okay? So we just need to know which notes to target. Let's see this in A. It's simpler than it looks like. This is our A7, okay, and the A7 already has the note C sharp, which is the major third. The minor pentatonic or blues scale has the note C, which is the minor third. Well, all you have to do, guys, is playing these two notes, one next to each other, possibly with a hammer on, I would say, and then resolving on the root, like, or if you want to sound more swing, more shuffle, okay, or even more, and this is gonna be our phrase, as simple as that. Okay, so starting from the root, minor major third, root, minor 7th, and then back to the root, okay? So this is basically a minor pentatonic phrase, a blues scale phrase. Well, we don't even play the blue note, to be fair, so it's a minor pentatonic phrase, but we are also using, the major third, which belongs to the chord, and we borrow that, if you want to think about it this way, from the major pentatonic. Okay, now if you guys are a little bit more advanced, you can start doing this on all of the other chords of the blues, so even over the D7 and the E7. Obviously, you can do this in any shape, in any octave but to keep things as simple as possible so that everybody can follow, I would just suggest, in the same way as you see this A7 and play, you can see this D7 and play, and you can see the E7 and play. So basically the same phrase, 3 times over A7, D7 and E7, same position, okay? So coming from the shape 1 of the minor pentatonic. But once you are familiar with this, you can take the same phrase and just by targeting the same root in a different octave, you get a variety of options using the same simple idea. Let me show you this. Instead of starting from this A over the A7, of course, we could start, for instance, from this A, which is 1 octave lower, okay? It's the A from which you start the shape 1, but it's also included in the shape 5 of the minor pentatonic, if you want to think about it this way. And all you have to do is literally playing the same phrase, 1 octave lower. Okay, I'm seeing the root, the minor major third C, C sharp that we were looking at before, and then A, G, A, root, minor 7th root, like we were doing here. Okay, so what we used to play like now becomes, okay, and now why don't we try going from here 1 octave higher to this A here, which again, if you want to refer to the shapes, that would be the shape 2 of the minor pentatonic, this one, with this root and this root. Now, if I look at this A on the B string, all I'm gonna do again is root, minor major third, back to the root, and 7th root. So same as this, 1 octave higher this time. Okay, now you could play this in different positions, staying in the same octave. You could look at the shape 4 and do, but I leave that to you, okay? I leave to you figure out where you can play the same phrase either in the same octave, different shapes, or even in different octaves if you want to go all the way up here, okay? But for the sake of today's video, let's only talk about octave 1, octave below this one, an octave above the one we started from. Okay, so first of all of the examples I played, all of the licks, all of the octaves really, are going to be available on my Patreon, guys, if you want to follow along with the tab and the music notation for them, if you need that. And also if you want to support the channel, because you get extra rewards once you become a patron, and you also support the channel to keep these lessons coming. But that being said, I leave to you whether you want to simply stay on one of these octaves, for instance, playing along to the backing track, or if you want to move around the different octaves, and maybe, why not, move the same little phrase to the other chords in D and in E, like I was doing at the beginning of this video. Okay, so hopefully this should help you spicing up a little your improvisation, and rather than just playing, you know, just your A minor pentatonic or A blues scale, you can now do your same licks, adding this extra nuance a little bit, like, you know, and it's gonna sound immediately much more bluesy, okay, like the blues tradition really. Okay guys, that's all for this quick lesson. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and if you'd like to see more videos about blues guitar. I don't make many blues guitar videos, but I might start, you know, a new series if you like it. And if you guys got any value from this video, make sure to show your support hitting the like button. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a patron. You'll get all of the tabs for these examples and for all of the examples that I play in my videos. That being said, guys, thanks a lot for watching and have a great day.